out a particular player, but they have that tremendous teamwork. So if players can continue to keep possession and make sure that they don't get so selfish, maybe they want to showcase their talents for European clubs, we can carry the day. Why not? So since the coach has already dissected, they had tapes of all the opponents before they played, so they don't have any reason not to have a clue, the antidote to the styles of the opponent. So
on the flip side, we have it on good authority that the North Koreans were present in Nigeria's quarterfinal game.
They were there.
Watching very keenly as Nigeria went about their business. So they also have a very good idea of what they are up against. And it's a 90-minute game. There's still plenty of football to be played. We're just hoping that nothing goes awry.
Okay. Well, just in case you're not watching that game, after 12 minutes of football action, is Nigeria 1, North Korea 1. We hope that it stays this way. If it changes, maybe Nigeria gets... Okay, it has changed. I'm told that... all right, okay, it's still a goal up, so it's Nigeria 1. And if anything happens in the course of the game, we would definitely let you know. That's a confirmation of the score on your screen. Nigeria 1, North Korea yet to score, and the game is going on as we speak. So we're going on a break now. When we come back, we're taking a look at the NFF house, what happened, the unfortunate incident that happened today. I'm talking about the fire that got at the office. We'll be looking at that and a whole lot more on the show tonight. Join us again.
I'm here right now at the NFF building, popularly known as the Glass House, where a fire occurred, I'm told, around 9:30, between 9:30 and 10 early this morning, and it just engulfed the third floor. Now, it's not yet clear what happened. A lot of things have been said, but we have an eyewitness who was here early in the morning, and this is her own account of what happened.
I came back, checked quite well. I noticed it wasn't my boss's office, that's the General Secretary, Barrister Musa Amadou, not my office. We are now checking around when we saw that it was from an accountant's office. Efforts were made, to quench the fire. At least the first time, people came with fire extinguisher. We had some, though they didn't really work as expected. We didn't even know that it was going to escalate to this point because even my handbag was there. I didn't make any effort to remove it.
That was her own account of what happened this morning, but we also took a little account from the fire service who got here eventually and started trying to combat the fire. They tell us their own side of the story.
It's an emergency thing, which you can't predict. But a suspected cause should have been as a result of a short-circuit concept, which has to do with electrical issue. You know what we are talking about. And that was the cause. So definitely, we should be able to nip it in the bud. And that's exactly what we are saying now.
Now, the place was not completely empty. We had the Secretary General of the NFF who was here when the whole thing occurred. He explains to us his thoughts on the matter, and we tried to get from him an estimate of how much damage may have, taken place here today.
I have no reason whatsoever, as a very patriotic citizen, to have this fire happen anywhere in the Glass House, not to even talk about my office. The fire, as I was told can you take it easy? The firehouse, I was told, started from the chief accountant's office right next to my office. And I just parked my car and I was about to go up when they said there was smoke. And of course, we tried to get the fire service to come. The whole place was dark and there was just no way we could go there. So this is not a blame game, and I don't know why people are in the habit of doing this sort of thing. This is a rather very, very sad development for Nigerian football.
God is in control. I think a human being we are all limited to what we can do. But first and foremost, one must appreciate the Almighty God for no life is lost. And we are grateful to Him. But things will come back to normal. And I believe the security agency will take on their course to set up a very, very investigative panel to inquire what actually happened.
Well, a lot is still going on here right now. The firemen are still going around making sure that no fires are left before they leave the premises. Some staff of the Federation are going around trying to make sure they check their belongings, which had they left while trying to run out of the building. But we got some cheering news that the Cup of Nations trophy, which usually is in the building, was not there when the fire occurred. That had been taken to safety. So some good news in all this. For now, we'll be here monitoring everything as it happens and bringing it to you. I'm Lanre Lasese, Channels Television News.
All right, welcome back. That's what has happened. The unfortunate incident that happened this morning, the NFF office in Abuja. And let me come to you, Owen. I mean, that was a beautiful report put together, and we've been on top of it, monitoring the situation. And but what we hear is that there will be an investigation. They will probe into that incident. But since we're hearing things like an electrical fault, I don't know if there should still be an investigation.
Well, Yemi, you people have accused me on this program of coming up with proverbs, but permit me
please give us another
to
one.
also illustrate with a Yoruba proverb that said, the witch cried in the night, and the baby died in the morning.
Okay, that would mean?
The issue here is that why now?
Okay.
Why now that Nigerian football is immersed in crisis, that a fire will engulf the secretariat? And particularly mind-boggling was the fact that it started from the accountant's office. Even a layman knows that the accountant office is like the engine room of any organization. So therefore, there should be an investigation. But my worry, I was telling Tunde before we came on there, that the word in Nigeria is impunity. These things, when you follow the sequence, the worst things have happened in the past, and nothing came out of it. Yemi and I, we are also sharing the other time when about $230-something thousand developed wings in the glass house and flew out.
Up to today,
nobody has been arraigned. Nobody has been held culpable. So if we are not careful, this issue, we follow that line. So, but it's not good for our country.
Okay.
That's why things are like this. People must be held accountable. There must be a thorough investigation.
We must get to the bottom of this.
I think if I can jump in, I think the saying an electric spark is too hasty. Anybody you can plug an iron and leave it there overnight. It can cause a fire, but it's deliberate. What I'm saying is that I'm not accusing anyone. I'm not saying anything.
But it's still a form of explanation.
What I'm saying is that going by the antecedents and by the recent happenings around the Nigerian football, I would like this thing to be thoroughly investigated. It is too hasty to dismiss it as an electric spark. It might be something.
Might be more than that.
It might be something other than that. And when you are saying it, why is it that the NFF has been in this building for how many years? Over a decade. Over a decade. It has never recorded a fire incident. There has been some issues regarding the chairmanship of the NFF, which was they said was resolved on Monday. And now a fire took place on Wednesday. I'm not saying anything has happened, but I would like it to be investigated.
Okay. Well, in a nation where we've always had problems with keeping records.
Sorry, just jump in. There are fire incidents in Abuja and Nigeria every day. Why is this one making the news? If not for the fact that there is something untoward going on.
Well, it will make the news because the Nigerian Football Federation, a lot of people are interested. But I was going to say, in a situation where we've always had problem keeping records,